What is up, guys? Your boy Revan here today with another deck, and today a game-breaking deck, a deck that can one-hit KO Reshazard. I'm talking about, as you can see, Froslass deck. And let me tell you, when this morning someone told me about Frost, I think that was Native Ryan, I was like, well, yeah, you know, it's not gonna work the way you think. And then we tested it, and oh my goodness, the deck can deal 200 damage each turn. That's what Froslass can do almost each turn with Spiteful Sight. Of course, you can put only 7 damage counters, so this gives you 140, but you can put a Hustle Belt on it. But Raven, wait, Hustle Belt is gonna work the next turn, right? No, it's gonna work the same turn you're gonna attack. Even if he still has 80 HP and you're gonna put 5 damage counters on it, Hustle Belt is gonna work. Because first you declare the attack, then you put the counters, it activates Hustle Belt, and then the attack happens. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes on stream when we tested and it actually worked. So that is my deck around that build. So we're gonna go card by card, and yeah, we're gonna play some games. Hopefully we're gonna destroy some Reshazards, right? Because 400 damage on Reshazard with Froslass, that is amazing. So first things first, we've got Spiritomb. We got 2 Spiritombs. Of course, you can play 4 if you want to. I only have 2, so I'm playing 2, and I think 2 is enough to from my experience. With the Anguish Cry, of course, you know, you want to put those damage counters here. Then we've got 2 new Unified Minds Jynx with Ominous Posture, and this ability just moves the damage counters, right? You can move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to another one, so you want to move from Froslass onto the Spiritomb, and it works quite well. So 2 copies of that. Then 1 Mew with the Bench Barrier. Of course, Bench Barrier, really situational card, but also, you know, the card that is going to be crucial if it comes to post-rotation world. On top of that, we have 4 amazing Snorunts and 4 Froslasses. That is it. That's all we have here. And let's go to trainer cards, right? So we have 3 adventure bags. We got 4 custom catchers, 2 Judge Whistles for the additional draw, 3 Pokégears, 4 Pokémon Communications, 1 Reset Stamp, 3 Shrines of Punishment, 1 Viridian Forest to get that energy. So you can see, you know, we're really strict if it comes to, you know, the deck. Like, we've got multiple copies of 1 card, so the deck, you know, you can fit the deck on 1 page. Then we've got Blues Tactics, the card that not everyone likes. Honestly, I do like that card, because here in this deck, you sometimes, you know, just you're left with like 1, 2, 3 cards in your hand, and the way, you know, you can get up to 8, it's really cool. And I do like this card grows on me. The more I play it, the more it grows on me, and I hope it's gonna grow on you as well. Then we have 4 Cynthias, of course. We've got 3 Elms Lectures to get this Spiritomb, Mew, and Snorunt. 1 Escape Board just in case that we can put either on the Mew or of course on Jynx, so it has a free retreat cost. 4 Hustle Belts, and that's it. We've got 4 Rainbow Energies for the Spiritomb and 8 Water type energies. The whole deck is down there below. You can check it out yourself. You can copy and paste it to your Pokemon trading card game right now and play it, or just stay with me and we're gonna play a few games, right? As we wait for the packs to get to appear in the store. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. And down there below, you have a 5% discount on any code you would purchase on Professor Oak. Alright, do you want to go first or want to go second? Naturally, you want to go first, right? Like, you want to be the one who evolves first. So yeah, I do want to go first. Let's see, Snorunt. That's okay. Not a bad hand. We've got, you know, we've got Pokémon Communication, so we're gonna have the Snorunt. Escape Board, that's gonna go on Jynx, so free retreat cost already on Jynx. Pokémon Communication, right? And Cynthia on top of that. I mean, not a bad start if you ask me. Of course, we're not doing Attract Smack purely for the ability, right? Alright, a draw of 2 and a Hustle Belt, perfect. There we go. I mean, really nice hand. So let's go with Snorunt. Hustle Belt on the Snorunt, and we're gonna play Cynthia. because I don't feel like, you know, playing anything else. I don't want to do Pokégear. I think Cynthia is really good at this point in time, and yeah, and it is, right? Shrine of Punishment. Well, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to play that Rainbow Energy. Let's see what we can get from Pokégear, and actually we can get another Cynthia, so that's what I'm gonna do. Free retreat cost. Done. That's it. And of course I could have played Rainbow Energy this turn, and, you know, I could just, you know, put that 1 damage counter onto Jynx. But I mean, I want to see, you know, I want to say my opponent's face when I'm gonna just hit them for so many. Ooh, okay, a Judge. Again, a Boswell GX card that unfortunately for many people is rotating out. And look at that, perfect hand, Froslass Energy. I mean, come on. It couldn't get any better. Of course, you know, better would be a supporter. I think, yeah, that would be quite cool if we would had a supporter right now. Ultra Balls, of course, there is going to be a Guzma, so the person is still playing the good old format, as we are in the brand new. So definitely, you know, Guzma is a disadvantage, Ultra Ball is a disadvantage, and anything like that. But, you know, let's be honest, we can still deal a hefty amount of damage with the Froslass, with Hustle Belt. Like, I'm just smiling. Alright. Shrine of Punishment, working towards the damage. Another Hustle Belt. Of course, you know, Water type energy is gonna go over here. And, well, he's dealing 50 damage, so I don't want to overdo it. I know I can retreat. No, I'm not retreating. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Because, I mean, if I would knock out Jirachi right now, well, he would be able to knock out Froslass and I would be left with nothing. But at the same time, he can have Guzma, right? Which will not happen post-rotation. No Guzma. Cynthia was the play for him, or is the play for him. Martial Arts Dojo, but we've got Viridian Forest here, so I'm not that scared. And of course, you know, it works on non-ultra beasts, so I can be sure that he has non-ultra beast. Of course, you know, Wishful Baton, another card that is not going to be here post-rotation, and the card that, you know, well, it is a huge advantage for my opponent. Look at that, Escape Rope. That is a huge advantage here. Of course, that's going to be 50 damage, right? Alright, my Hustle Belt is gone right now. No Escape Board. Again, no Field Blower post-rotation, so... I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? Like, I don't know really why you would want to play... like, this weird format... right now, where, you know, when you're in this limbo of not having almost anything, and yeah, like, he's gonna get knocked out, so you know what, let's just go all in. 200 damage. There we go. Because again, you know, those 2 weeks right now, we are in the format online that we're never gonna play IRL, because Unified Minds you can play, but it's not tournament legal. But when Unified Minds is going to be tournament legal, well, rotation happens, so, and everything else is rotating out. So we have like 2 formats in one, which is, well, it can be annoying. Definitely it can be annoying to some. What? Wait, what? Water type energy? Why? And really, I feel like, you know, for the past 2 days, I would say, I'm seeing a ton of old decks. Like, people are saying farewell to those, right? Like, people are just not even caring about the Unified Minds, but they are going for the old decks, old cards, and that's what they do. Another Wishful Baton, sure. And of course, you know, Elm's Lecture. No, that's a game. That's a game. That's 50 damage over here. That is a game. So, you know, that's kind of my problem right now, that it does not showcase the deck that well due to, you know, all those Acerolas, Ultra Balls, and all those other cards are not going to be here when this deck is going to be tournament legal. And of course, I dare you to take this deck to your local tournament, because I honestly, that might be the dark horse of World Championships. This is a nice baby deck, and look at that. Look at this hand. There we go. Already a Snorunt, Shrine of Punishment. I'm going second though, so oof, that might be a little bit tough, but Rainbow Energy, that's quite okay. Duskstone, okay, so we're facing Gardevoir, Sylveon Tag Team, which we can, well, we can't really one-shot it, but we're close. With 200 damage with a Hustle Belt. Let's go. And of course, you know, Shrine of Punishment, right? It's gonna work tremendously. Bless you. Judge, okay, Judge is the card that will probably be played post-rotation, so I don't mind that. Blues Tactics. Alright. Let's see, Pokégear. And yeah, Elm's Lecture is the play right now, to be quite honest with you. So Elm's Lecture, Spiritomb, and 2 Snorunts. I don't know why I call this card Spirit Bomb. It's Spiritomb. There we go. Of course, we're gonna put some damage here, and I still can use Custom Catcher for that one draw, and that's what I'm gonna do. And we have 2 Rainbow Energies. Alright. And he does not have any energy, so advantage is a little bit on my side. I can start, you know, doing stuff with the Spiritomb, even if it's gonna knock out Snorunt, right? Acerola, okay, another card that is not gonna be here. Kukui, another card. Like, I'm talking a lot about it, but that's the thing. There's a website like Untap that in where you can test against other people that are playing the post-rotation format. But I think, you know, people that are playing this format now, like, they are kind of hurting themselves, because right now they would, you know, they already be set to go, and they would understand the newer format a lot better. But I feel like, you know, that's the advantage of people that were prepared. That's the advantage of people that know what is up, as, you know, as youngsters would say. Okay. So as I said, right, we're often left with only few cards in hand. Blues Tactics at the end of the turn is going to be fantastic. Building Spite. Retreat. No Hustle Belt, but Anguish Cry is going to deal 100 or 80 damage. It's okay. And look at that. Refreshing the hand, right? Full on refreshment. 8 cards. Froslass in hand. Let's go. Let's do it. So I really think, you know, if you're prepared for rotation and you know what you want to play and you already build a deck, you are, you know, in advantage, especially IRL in IRL tournaments, because you don't have to learn all the meta, you don't have to learn about everything. There we go, we've won. You just know that stuff already, so that's why I highly recommend, you know, doing those decks now. Even though some cards seem expensive, it's really good to start doing it, because let's be honest, you know, you have to be prepared for rotation. It's like, okay, you get comfortable playing Tapu Lele, Acerola, and Ultra Ball, but if you have a tournament like week after Worlds, well, the switch is gonna be super hard for you, right? Like, we all need at least those, you know, 2 weeks of adjustment. Like, I'm playing post-rotation format for a month and a half now, like around that. Would you like to go first? Yes. And a lot of you know ask me, hey, what you gonna miss? I'm like, I'm not gonna miss anything, because I'm playing, you know, the post-rotation stuff for a month and a half, so I'm used to not playing Tapu Lele, I'm used to not playing Guzma, or I'm used to not playing Acerola, and I feel that, you know, it does not harm me that much, because my mindset is already playing without those cards, and someone, you know, who is like really relying on those, well, he's going to have a hard time, right? So we got Jynx, Shrine of Punishment, Hustle Belt, and Blues Tactics to end the turn. How cool is that? Or I can start with Viridian Forest. It all depends what he is going to play. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna start with Viridian Forest though. So Viridian, Hustle Belt. We're gonna have the energy. There we go. So 3 energies in the prize cards, because 5 were only in the deck. And Blue's Tactics. I can pass the turn. And look at that. I'm all set and go, right? So it's not like me, just being offensive to anyone, but really, I've seen that firsthand. Like, people were so used to playing Tapu Lele, they're like, oh man, I'm going like Mysterious Treasure for Tapu Lele. No, I forgot. Like, yeah, because you're so used to it, right? Because it was no brainer for the past 2 years. It was always, turn 1, bam, Tapu Lele, and you go for something that you need, right? Last year's World Championships, it was Tapu Lele, Bridget, 3 Zaruas for the Zoroark deck. Now, not anymore, right? So after 2 years of kind of doing similar things and having staples like that, it's so fun to see how the format goes, how it evolves, and how it runs. Judge Whistle, we can start with Judge Whistle. Cynthia, alright, so Shrine of Punishment. I know I can play this energy here, but I don't really want to. So Cynthia. No. Full art. Let's play a full art Cynthia, come on. So I wanted Froslass, to be quite honest with you, but we didn't get it. So I'm a little bit behind, unfortunately, because of that. Next turn, well, Elm's Lecture does not look that good. But we have to try, we have to start doing something. Okay, he's not using a rare candy, that's a good news, actually. We've got Escape Board on the Jynx. And Reset Stamp would be fantastic. Well, we'll see, right? We'll see what we're gonna draw. Again, like, not relying also on Lily, because Lily, less and less people do play Lily. And there we go, we got Froslass. But I'm still gonna play Elm's Lecture for my bench. Right, 2 Hustle Belts. Pokémon Communication, of course I'm gonna go for the Froslass. There we go, we got a Froslass. Custom Catcher for the draw of 2. There we go, we got a Snorunt. Another draw of 2. Look at that. How beautiful it is. Well, Elm's Lecture I don't need, actually, so you know what? Well, I don't want to retreat. But I can play it here. Use the ability of Omniposture, put the damage counter on the Spiritomb. Use Building Spite. More damage, of course, that's what we want. And here all I actually need is Icy Wind, so I'm not going to put any damage counters on the Froslass. Alright, Custom Catcher, the draw off probably 2 again. And I've got another Froslass in my hands. So even if it's gonna knock out the active one, I'm still gonna hit him for 200, which is, come on, it's fantastic to hit like that. So, is this deck a new baby type deck that may dominate? Honestly, I do think so. But the problem is, if this deck is gonna start dominating, we're gonna go back to Zapdos decks. Zapdos decks and Zapdos Drudge is gonna come and raise again, right? Like, it's gonna get even better due to, it's countering Froslass. So we have to be careful here, but I honestly think Froslass might be super good card. Not a good pre-release card, but here, fantastic card with a Hustle Belt, of course. Tapu Lele, again. I know we're saying goodbye to those cards, but it's like the moment when you should say, like, alright, I'm gonna start playing something new, because, well, rotation is coming, and I want new stuff. Of course, no Garchomp stays. This really rotates out, but I can't wait to hit him for that 200. No, I'm gonna hit him for 160 actually. So I'm gonna put only 3 damage counters. Look at that, another Froslass. So it's gonna be draw of 3 cards with Custom Catcher. How amazing it is, right? There we go. Custom Catcher, a Rainbow Energy. Well, on a Spiritomb, why not? On a Spiritomb, not using ability, and Spiteful Sight for 5. And look at that, I'm putting 5. Hustle Belt gets activated, bam, 160 damage. How crazy is that? How crazy is that you can do something like that? It's insane that you can put those damage counters and then Hustle Belt works. Of course, now my opponent is going to use probably a low kick to knock me out. I'm going to knock him out with the Spiritomb next turn. Or with a Missile Jab. It's fine. Okay, Counter Energy. Another card that rotates out. Ooh, Dawnwing Necrozma. I did not expect this to appear, but well, we got Spiritomb. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all, and we've got Shrine of Punishment, so we're slowly working those GXs, right? We're slowly dealing that damage. Rescue Stretcher, not anymore. Post rotation. Probably for a Gibble, yeah. There's a Gibble. So knockout on Froslass and knockout on Lucario. Spiritomb on... Okay. So he's gonna play Guzma? No. So he just gave me, the knockout? Because let's be honest, I'm just gonna retreat. Yeah, he's playing Guzma. Alright, so Guzma on Spiritomb. Or on Jynx. But that's 70 damage that he can deal. I don't get it. I don't understand what just happened. Like, really, maybe I missed something. I don't know. But I'm a little bit confused what he did. We're building another Spiritomb. And Blue's Tactics. It's okay. It's okay to play Blue's Tactics. Look at that. Bam. So that is a knockout. And 220, by the way. And Shrine of Punishment, working those GXs, right? Slowly getting to them. And knocking them out. One at a time. And of course we've got a Hustle Belt still on the Froslass. We've got another Spiritomb. And we've got another Shrine, another Rainbow Energy, and another Jynx in case something happens to the first one. And of course I can still search for Mew if I want to with Pokémon Communication, so the bench barrier would work. Not bad if you ask me. And of course I can play that Jynx and start, getting rid of 2 damage counters from Froslass. So my Froslass is gonna be super clean, it's gonna be ready to go. And wow, just wow, like the way this deck plays, the way this deck performs is crazy to me. And I think this is gonna be like the new wave of the baby decks, right? Come on, Choice Band. Like, you need one. I think he's just getting rid of stuff from his hand, maybe for, I don't know for what. Paul Pad, okay. It's still a knockout. It's still a knockout. Energy Lotto. Like, I'm trying to understand why there is Dawnwing Necrozma, but I don't get it, so. Alright, so I'm gonna play Jynx and we're gonna start it putting damage counters from Froslass to the Spiritomb. While Shrine is still working, right? Shrine is working my opponent. energy on Froslass, second Jynx, there we go. So let's use those Aminos. Posture, well, look at that, like this combos perfectly, right? Jynx plus Spiritomb plus Froslass, look at that, like this is more than I could have ever wished for. Anguish Cry, I'm dealing 220 damage, I'm not even scared of anything. And I still have Froslass that can deal 200. And I can have another Spiritomb next turn that will deal another 220. Like the pure amount of damage that I'm dealing is just crazy to me. Because even if he's gonna retreat and knock it out, of course, you know, counter energy does not work on the GXs. That's important to know. It's game. That's like 500 damage on the Downwing Necrozma. And we still have Shrine of Punishment, so... Alright, choice band, like you need one. That deck is insane. And the deck list is down there below, you can check it out yourself, because, oh boy. It is worth it. It is honestly worth it. Like, I'm speechless if it comes to this deck. Like, honestly, I'm speechless. I did not thought that the deck is going to be that crazy, to be honest with you guys. I mean, this can be on top 8 of World Championships, and I'm not even joking, like, this is my honest opinion. Okay, Field Blower, sure. But a Field Blower does not stop the Spiritomb when you have weakness. Let's look at our discard pile. Okay, so there's one more Hustle Belt in the deck, and I have 18 cards. And he did not get rid of Hustle Belt from Froslass. Like, why you thought that? Yeah, I'm not even gonna like. I'm not gonna be that person. I'm just gonna attack. There we go. No sweat. No sweat. And thunder. Oh, Lost Thunder on top of that. How amazing is that? So you guys, I highly recommend you checking this deck out. It's game-breaking, meta-breaking, Reshazard destroying deck. And thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to check me out live on Twitch. It's Raven called Snatch Cube. Thank you guys so much. Mwah. Raven loves ya. Goodbye and good night.